Donald Trump was back in court today, but the day started off on the wrong foot for him. The judge in his hush money trial fined the former president $9,000 for violating his gag order. The judge found 9 violations and also warned Mr. Trump that he could go to jail if he keeps violating the order. Donald Trump isn't allowed to talk about witnesses or jurors in the case. The jury also heard from more witnesses today, including Keith Davidson, the lawyer for both Stormy Daniels and Karen McDougal, who says he negotiated the hush money payments for both of them. Tonight will be part 2 of Dr. Phil's special looking at this historic trial. I was able to sit down with him ahead of the taping to give you a first look at what to expect. So, Dr. Phil, do you think that President Trump is getting a fair trial in the court of public opinion?
Well, yeah, I think the court of public opinion is pretty much encamped, and I don't think that anything that's going on right now is going to get anybody to get up and move from where they are across the line to the other side. And that's what I've been talking about this jury. If they're deeply entrenched going in, I worry that they're not going to be able to put all that aside and be completely impartial. And so, tonight is the second part of looking into the jury dynamics of this thing. And in full disclosure, when you tune in tonight, you're going to see what you're looking at right now, which is Lonnie and I sitting down talking about this, I think at a very high level. And I couldn't have done this without all your help and research and weighing in as a former prosecutor out in LA, having been in front of many a jury and tried many a case to verdict. So thank you for all your input and help on this.
Well, it was great to do it and to be able to hear your expertise with all of your experience with juries, which I think is such a unique insight that most people just don't know about.
Yeah, well, I love doing it, and it gives me such a great respect for the jury system. I think juries take it seriously, and I think they tend to get it right.
Yeah, and I think this jury, and I'd be interested if you feel the same way, I think this jury feels the weight of what this is going to be. How could they not? Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, first time in our country's history to be looking at criminal charges against a president.
And how it might impact the election. I mean, our country for the next 4 years. It's really huge.
It truly is. And they've got, and the lawyers too, they've got to figure out what this jury needs to hear to make an informed decision about this. And one of the biggest decisions they got to make is, do they put President Trump on the witness stand?
Would you advise him to take the stand?
Absolutely not. It didn't take me a nanosecond to answer that question. I do not think he should take the witness stand. I think it's fraught with danger. I think they could beat him up terribly. I think he would not make a good witness. He has a hard time following rules. I think he has a hard time with an edit button and knowing when to stop talking. I think he would run afoul of the judge. I think his hyperbole and all the things that he tends to do about going too far in his rhetoric, I think would get him in trouble. I think he could open himself up to perjury and cross-examination on a lot of things he doesn't want to talk about.
So what do you think this trial says about the division of our country right now?
I think we're devolving into, a lot of people use the term banana republic, that we're doing things that they do in some of these other countries where you attack your opponent in every way that you can. It's not enough to just get up and debate and let the people decide. You start prosecuting them, you start doing things that we've just never seen in this country before, and I think it needs to stop. I think we just need to get out and have a fair election, a fair debate, and let people have their say.